Hi! Thanks so much for taking a few minutes just to hear a little bit about our amazing company, Mary Kay Cosmetics. My name is Judith Cotton, and I'm an Executive Senior Sales Director with Mary Kay, and I am honored to take a minute and share a little info with you. I hope you feel honored as well. I guarantee you that whoever offered this up to you and said, hey, would you watch this video, sees something in you that they think would make you a fabulous consultant, or they wouldn't have asked you to watch this in the first place. I'm sitting here in my dining room. I don't need a note. I don't need an outline to follow, because I'm basically just going to share a little bit about how I landed here and what this company has to offer should you choose to take part in it at any level. I have been with Mary Kay for 24 years in November. I'm taping this in 2012 in case this stays around for a while. And I started Mary Kay because I needed cash. I got my business degree. I spent 6 years doing corporate marketing for 2 Fortune 500 companies, Xerox and Johnson & Johnson, and then quit, went to have my first child, and 6 months being home nursing her was going a little stir crazy, and the woman across the street had a Mary Kay party. To be honest with you, it could have been a mud party. I would have gone. I just needed adult conversation. I knew she was a great cook. I figured, why not? It'll get me out of the house. But I was not a good prospect for Mary Kay, the company or the product, because I had no interest at all in fashion, skincare, color, glamour, anything like that. I'm very much a tomboy. Tent camping, horseback riding, motorcycle racing, you name it. I love to be dressed down and being a tomboy. Blistex and mascara was a big night out for me back in 1988 when I joined this company. And so the thought of doing something like this wasn't on my radar. I also kind of had a good amount of educated arrogance. I kind of stuck my nose in the air and thought, I have a degree, I have 6 years corporate experience, why would I do this? But I'm so glad that day that I went and I tried the product, and I fell in love with the product. And I absolutely loved the way my face felt. And the hostess is the one who said, you know, you've struggled with your skin for years. You should really try this. It's awesome. It has a 100% satisfaction guarantee. I absolutely love it. You should try it. You should try it. So that really is why I bought the product. And the woman that did that party that day asked me if I would just be open enough to hear a little bit about the company that backed the product that I started with. And quite frankly, the only reason I even listened to her is because I didn't want to appear closed-minded. So she set up a time and she came over to my house in her pink Cadillac, like I never drive one of those. Of course, actually, I do. It's in the driveway. In fact, we just picked a new one up last week, the new 2012 loaded SRX. But she came in, pink Cadillac, tall, thin, beautiful, poised, graceful, everything that I did not see myself as at all. And you know, she sat down, she started sharing the information, and truly I only kept the appointment because I'm a woman of my word, and if I say I'm going to do it, I try to do it. And so she came over, she's talking, wah, 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 wah. If you're familiar with Charlie Brown, you know how that teacher sounds, wah, 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 wah. Hopefully I'm not sounding like that right now. But anyway, that's what it sounded like, because I was only half listening. And she got to the end of her presentation, and she flipped over this little notebook that she had, and she had a copy of her paycheck. Now, this was November of 1988. And that paycheck was somewhere in the ballpark of $6,700 and change. She had 2 little kids at home, one that was in like preschool or kindergarten or something. When she'd call me to follow up for the appointment, she was calling from home, I could hear the kids, and I'm like, really? You can make that kind of money and be home? And I knew she was a former school teacher who had moved to Ohio and didn't want to go through the recertification process. So I knew she, you know, I don't know. The whole thing sounded kind of, I was very skeptical, as you may be right now. So I told her no and set her on her way, and then I looked to find everything I could find on the company, on what respected sources had said about the company. And everything I found, the more I looked, the more excited I got. Mary Kay Ash, the woman who founded the company, had been named Christian Businesswoman of the Year. The company had earned numerous environmental awards, all sorts of awards, the Horatio Alger Award, which is a highly respected business award, philanthropic awards. The whole concept of this company, you know, a company that was founded God first, family second, career third, doing unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Honestly, it all sounded way too good to be true. I was super skeptical. And but as I looked into it, I got intrigued enough that I thought if even a portion of what everything is saying is true, this is worth it for me to try and find out for myself whether or not this might be for me. Then at least I'll know. You know, I looked at it kind of like riding a bike. Yeah, I'm not going to know if I like riding a bike unless I ride a bike. So I figure I'm not going to know whether or not this is a valid place or could possibly work for me unless I try it. And because it was risk-free to try it, I figured, what the heck, I'll try it. If it's not for me, I'll get out. And I'll know. So that's really what prompted me to join Mary Kay in November of 1988. I had been home for those 6 months after working in corporate America. We had way more month than money, and I needed to find a way to make cash. I was praying like crazy, Lord, give me a solution. This was not what I had in mind. In fact, when my husband, after he came home from work that day and I was sharing with him, he's like, oh, you should do this. You'd be great at it. Ugh. I was like, Lord, anything but makeup. Because again, Bliss X and mascara was a big night out. This was a far stretch from who I was, and working with women. I'd always worked with men, and it was just a real stretch. I'm so glad that I stepped in at that time, kind of followed my gut and my heart instead of my head, which would have overthought it to death, and stepped through all the fears of the unknown. I had nothing. I didn't know anything about skincare. I didn't know anything about color. I didn't know anything about how to start a business on my own. I'd always worked for somebody else. But I kind of just went on a gut feeling, on this heart feeling that this was something that was right for me, and signed up in November of 1988. And I was not quick out of the gates. I joined last day of November 1988, did my first appointment February 13th of the following year. So I didn't exactly run out of the gates and get going, but in Mary Kay we don't have any quotas, we don't have any requirements, so you can really do as little or as much as you want at whatever pace. And I really just came in November, ordered some initial product on hand because I knew I'd get a great tax deduction for that, and didn't even start doing anything until the following February. So, and then I went 3 years with doing very little. I was actually in Mary Kay over 3 years before I ever did 2 appointments in 1 week. But the longer I was here, and the one thing I did do right was I attended events. I learned, I listened, I watched the people who were earning the higher dollars and that were moving up in the business, and saw what they were doing and got a handle on who they were as people. And really, honestly, I was just trying to make a decision if these were mentors that I wanted to follow, if these were mentors that could lead me to the lifestyle and dreams that I had for my family and my life. And in fact, I made the clear-cut decision that yes, they were. I wanted to learn everything I possibly could. I saw balanced lives where they could keep their family, they could do what they needed to do, run children, be there for elderly parents. My 92-year-old mom lives with me now, full-time, has been here a little over a year. And through all of life's ups and downs, the freedom that this business has given me has allowed me to earn an executive income, but still be where I need to be when I need to be there. That to me is priceless. And then when you add on top of that the camaraderie and the family feel and the support that is here, and that women truly give of themselves, we don't fight each other for position. If you want to move up, if you do the requirements, you get the job, so you don't have to wait for someone to die or retire. You don't have to be liked by the boss. It's just what you do. Your income moves up, and your position and your kind of car you drive and the kind of jewelry Mary Kay gives you all gets bigger and better the more service you are to others. What a unique concept. I think I really knew this was the place for me when I went to a training and they said, you have to, in order to move up in Mary Kay, you have to grasp the idea of servant leadership. Your job is to help and mentor those you're working with and help your customers to meet their needs. It's all about them. It's about being others oriented, not about meeting your own. And Mary Kay always told us, when you focus enough on meeting other people's needs, your needs will be met tenfold. That was so reverse of everything I had ever learned in corporate America that it strung a chord in me that is beating strong to this day. So now I'm in the process of finishing out building a national area. I'm looking for women of integrity, women who want something more in their life. So many women now, you know, they get up, they go to work, they work all day, they get home at 5:30, try to slam some food in front of their family, figure out homework, you know, make sure you've got what you need for soccer tomorrow, and they repeat till Friday night. Saturday morning they're exhausted, now they have to grocery shop, clean the house, do everything else. You know, honestly, I have given up a lot to do Mary Kay. I've given up a lot to do it at this level. I've given up housekeeping. I've given up grocery shopping. I have given up running my own errands. I have given up having to ask somebody when to take vacation. I have given up caring what's in my checkbook. I honestly feel that this company has allowed me to live truly the life of my dreams. I work hard, but I love what I do. And when you love what you do, you truly don't feel like you work another day in your life. And so I'm so thankful. I can't imagine where I would be right now had that woman across the street not said, I'm doing a Mary Kay party, come on over, I'm cooking something yummy. That's why I went. And you know, it amazes me. I am frequently out with my family where maybe I don't have my pin on or nothing that says Mary Kay in my husband's car. No one ever approaches me about Mary Kay. It amazes me. And you know, 9 out of 10 women are wearing something else. Even though we're the #1 selling product, the #1 seller of facial skincare and color cosmetics in the nation over every other product that's out there, there's so many players in the market that we still only have 10% of the market. That means 1 out of every 10 women, you know, 9 out of 10 women that I come across are wearing something else, which is a wide open market for us to sit down and say, gosh, I would love to get your opinion of Mary Kay and tell me what you think and meet their need. And you know, some people look at this and they go, gosh, I can never do that. I'm not the sales type. Well, truly, that's good, because if you are, I'd have to retrain you. In Mary Kay, this is so much about listening and finding out what someone's needs are and just meeting that need. And the truth is, women love to shop. They love to buy, but they hate to be sold. So we really teach you how to pamper them and treat them with a fun makeover or facial. And then if they're interested in more, great. If they want to purchase, great. We just make the products available. And that warmth and that others-oriented focus makes them want to purchase from you and continue to purchase from you so that you can build customers for life. Some people go, well, gosh, you know, I don't know how I'd ever do this. I don't have time. That frequently comes up when I'm talking with people. I had no idea that our most recent car winner won her car at the end of January, and when she started on target for her car, October, November, December, she took 4 months to win that first car, Chevy Malibu. She was working full-time as a director of physical therapy at the Cleveland Clinic. She had 2 children under the age of 2.5. I'm like, how is she ever going to do this? That wasn't for me to decide. She figured it out. Because truly in Mary Kay, if you do 7 to 9 faces a week, which you can do in 2 parties or taking guests to an event in 1 party, 7 to 9 faces a week will lead you anywhere you want to go in Mary Kay. Free cars, directorship, even all the way on up to a 6-figure income. So she figured that out and won her car while working full time. But her goal is to, you know, she wanted to go part-time. So she did in January from 5 days down to 2 days a week so she could have more time with her children. Sometimes we look at the timing and we go, well, I just don't have enough time to put in. When you think about the fact that this is a highly loyal product, we've won loyalty awards for being, having the highest customer loyalty of any skincare and color cosmetic out there, it is worth it, even if you add a couple customers a month, because that would give you 24 in a year. At the end of 4 years, you have 100 customers. Every 100 customers is worth between $6,000 and $8,000 a year profit on reorder alone. How amazing is that? So it's worth it to do on a very small basis, but on the larger side, we have an amazing retirement program. As a national sales director, the income are all 6 figures and above. They give and give and give and give and give. The jewelry, the recognition, I've earned all my jewelry except for this one, that's from my husband. Everything I have on is from Mary Kay, prizes, 4.5 carat real diamonds. It's crazy what they give us. And that's just a symbol of the amount of support that you are in service of, that you are to other people. So sometimes it's time that concerns people. Sometimes they're worried about, well, how would I come up with $100 for a starter kit? The only required investment to become part of Mary Kay is to purchase a starter kit, which is $100. And when you purchase a starter kit, that buys you the right to get the product at a 50% discount. And I always encourage people, if you don't have $100 and you don't join Mary Kay, what's going to change in 6 months? What's going to change in a year? If you find 10 people to give you $10 to come up with the $100, at least now you have a tool that will allow you to build financial income. And because it's so flexible, you can do it around anything. You can continue to interview, you can go to school, because it's totally flexible. So whether it's the money, the highest commission paid in direct sales, or whether it's the recognition or the self-esteem or the free cars, we have over 10,000 free cars on the road. My group alone has earned over 44 free Mary Kay cars. That's amazing to me, amazing. I personally have earned 13 of them. I've been driving free since 1991. They pay 85% of my car insurance approximately, give me a new one every 2 years, amazing. The tax advantages. Clark Howard, some of the other major financial gurus out there will tell you one of the smartest things you can do when everything is so tight with this recession is to have your own business, because the tax write-offs are amazing. And of course you have the benefit of being your own boss as well. You can decide how much and when, and it's totally flexible and all that as well. So those are some of the reasons that people do this. But I really, I guess when it gets right down to it, if you love the product, Whether you're doing this to save money, getting your own products at a discount, make money a little, make money a lot, or all of the above, the truth be told, you will gain being part of Mary Kay at whatever level, because so much personal growth happens just by being associated with this amazing company. I love what I do. I'm going to land in a pink rocking chair when I have to retire at 65, and that will be a very sad day for me. The thought of retiring makes me crazy. I love what I do, mentoring other women and coaching them to financial freedom. So if there's something here piqued an interest in you, and you think this might be something you'd like to try, please do me a favor though. And we said we're going to put a little password at the end. So the password I'm going to choose is joy. The password is joy, and you have to give that password to the person who had you watch this video, so that sometimes we're running drawings. She may have offered you a gift for watching the video. It just lets us know you watched all the way through to the end, and we're going to want to get a little feedback from you as well and see if you have any additional questions. I'll be glad to give you more details if you'd like more details. Okay, and we can also send you what comes in the starter kit via email, along with some links to some Market Watch reports and NBC Nightline News report. We can send you the links. You can watch those live and get somebody else's perspective as opposed to mine, because of course I'm a whole lot biased. So I would love to work with any of you. And thanks for taking the time to listen. And if this isn't for you, pass it on to someone else. If you know someone who's bored, they need a little something more in their life, whether it's fun, cash, social, warmth, excitement, personal growth, they just feel like there's something missing, please pass this on to them and have them watch it as well, because we're always looking for quality women who want something more. Thanks for your time, and have a fabulous day, and just appreciate you being open-minded to what Mary Kay has to offer. Thanks again.